Hey, what's up, Barbecue World? Richard here from Fergalicious Barbecue, and I am back with another barbecue review from grocery store prepackaged barbecue. So the first review we did, maybe some of you watched it. We did Burger Smokehouse pulled pork. So we are going to do another brand today, and just a quick recap. Quick recap is the rating system is like KCBS. It's a score of 1 through 9, 9 being the best. I'm not rating appearance, taste, and tenderness. I'm just giving it a score. So the first one we gave was Burger Smokehouse, and we gave it a score of a 5. So today, the one that we are going to do is, this one is called Curly's Pulled Pork. And it is, let's see here. It is naturally hickory smoked. Let's see if we can get that up there in the camera. Hickory smoked, okay? And this one is bold and spicy. So we'll see. Now, one thing that we did learn on the last one is they put this really cool picture on here and make this pulled pork sandwich look, make it look like it's pretty badass. And as my son said when he had one of the sandwiches from the other day, he's like, "Dad, this looks nothing like the picture." I'm going to assume that we're going to run into the same thing with this guy. So without further ado, so this thing is in a plastic, just a plastic container. As you can see here, let's kind of take this lid off. Let's see if there's anything about this. Oh, here we go. Hickory smoked for hours, but ready in minutes. All right. I was just going to see if they had any history of anything on here for Curly's, but nope. So let's open this guy up. All right. So we've got a plastic film with our pulled pork in there. And so we're going to pop this thing in the microwave, and let's see how long we have to cook this bad boy. So for about 3 minutes, and we will have a pulled pork sandwich. So stay tuned, and we will be back. Okay, so we are back. I'm going to move this just a little bit. We are back, and we are doing a review of Curly's Bold and Spicy Pulled Pork. Look at that sandwich. Look at that. Look at that sandwich. Hickory smoked. Hickory smoked for hours. All right. Whoops. We got our King's Hawaiian bun. We've got the pulled pork. It's warmed up. And we got ourselves a Yuengling beer to wash it down with. All right, so let's get into this and see what we got. Let's kind of see what kind of sandwich we got going on here. See what we can make. Now, I will tell you this. Compared to the last one we did, the burgers, this one has a lot more texture. And I know it's kind of hard to see, but you can see in there, this stuff's not all sliding around like that burgers did. So this has a little bit more texture, a little bit more substance to the pork. And I had to actually, when it was getting really hot. Now there is a lot of sauce though, kind of like the other one. I mean, this thing, they're flooded with sauce, but this one definitely has more texture to it than the burgers. So right off the bat, that's a bonus for them. It does have but I mean, you can kind of see as I start to do this, I mean, it's still kind of mushy. But there are some bigger chunks of pork in there. So let's go ahead and see if we can put some of this on a sandwich. There's a big chunk of pork right there. That other stuff I had that I did the last review on, it didn't have anything like that. But this would still, I mean, from a tenderness standpoint, would still get a pretty low score in regards to texture. So let's pick up the sandwich so you can kind of see what that looks like. So you can see the pork. You can kind of see that there's some chunks in there. It's not quite as runny as the burgers is. And now let's kind of definitely a lot more texture. I can tell you that. They you know, the other thing these guys got going for them too is they don't have the Missouri Tigers all over their logo. So they got that going for them. As far as it being bold and spicy, no. There's no, and of course, anybody that knows me, I mean, this isn't, there's no spiciness at all to this. Boldness, maybe. I'll tell you what, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Would I turn it in a barbecue contest? No. It has better, I mean, I gotta, let me take a little drink here. Okay. So, Burger Smokehouse got a 5. And remember, these scores are all about, this is coming out of a plastic tub, people. Pre-made pulled pork, so who knows? You know, who knows? I mean, but for anybody that just, you know, maybe this is all they can get their hands on, maybe this is all they know, based on something that I can walk into a grocery store and buy, barbecue-wise, that's pre-packaged. I'm going to give this one. I'm going to give this one a 6.5. This is better. This is definitely better. Yeah, I'm going to give this one a 6.5. I'm gonna take another bite. Now I know in KCBS you can't do a 6 point. You know what? Maybe we'll round it up to 7. What the hell? Curly's, you get a 7. It's not a terrible sandwich. This kind of reminds me of one of the first pulled pork sandwiches I ever had. I was in Oklahoma, and I didn't really know much about barbecue. And we went to like a big party, and they had roasted a hog, and they had pulled pork sandwiches. This reminds me a lot of that because they had a lot of sauce in it. That's not saying anything about Oklahoma barbecue, but so Curly's prepackaged pulled pork, bought at Price Chopper, gets a 7. I like its flavor better. I like its texture better. It's not a bad sandwich. And you know what? This time I've got a beer with me, and so that just puts me in a better mood, and I like it. All right, so cheers, everybody. It's the weekend. Get out there, light your fires, cook some barbecue, man. Stay-at-home orders are being lifted. Let's get back to normal. Cook some barbecue contests so that I don't have to sit here and talk about prepackaged barbecue that I get at the grocery store. Stay tuned for my next one.